Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Today, we're diving into a fascinating yet perplexing story that, at first glance, seems too outrageous to be true. Imagine a single 1-cent coin becoming worth a staggering $755 million. How could that happen? This unbelievable valuation stems from a series of errors and mistakes in the minting process back in 2013, transforming a seemingly ordinary coin into an extraordinary piece of numismatic wonder. The backstory begins with the United States Mint, an organization known for its meticulous attention to detail and commitment to producing currency that meets exacting standards. Yet, as it often does in life, the unforeseen can disrupt even the most carefully laid plans. In 2013, amidst various economic challenges, tighter budgets, and increased production demands, a batch of 1-cent coins was minted with several critical errors. These errors, seemingly minor at first, would go on to hold immense worth, transforming them into a goldmine for collectors and enthusiasts alike. The first major blunder revolved around the coin's design. Typically, each penny features a well-defined image of Abraham Lincoln on the front, which symbolizes integrity and resilience. However, in this particular batch, many coins were struck with an improper alignment that distorted Lincoln's iconic likeness, creating a unique variant that drew immediate attention from collectors. This kind of error is a dream come true for numismatists, as misaligned strikes often indicate an anomaly in the manufacturing process that can drastically increase a coin's value. The minting errors did not end there. Another significant mistake involved a rare metal alloy that was supposed to comprise the bulk of the penny. Whereas the standard composition for a penny includes zinc and copper, this particular lot had been improperly mixed, leading to coins that had anomalous properties not seen in regular pennies. Such discrepancies are exceedingly rare and, as a result, can drive prices sky high in collectors' markets. Collectors have a long history of seeking out unique or rare coins, and these misstrikes represent a perfect combination of rarity and intriguing backstory, setting the stage for their soaring value. The frenzy surrounding this batch of pennies perfectly illustrates how the coin-collecting community is driven by scarcity and the tales behind the items, making these 1-cent coins more than mere currency but rather coveted pieces of history. The intrinsic value of a coin often overshadows its face value, establishing a fascinating dynamic in the world of collectibles. Additionally, the condition in which these pennies are found also plays a critical role in their valuation. Coins that have been well preserved, devoid of scratches or abrasions, tend to fetch a higher price at auctions or sales. As collectors become more discerning, the demand for these near-mint specimens only escalates, pushing prices even further into the stratosphere. For instance, uncirculated examples of these 2013 coins have been known to sell for several $1,000s each, while those that exhibit the stark minting errors can command fractions of the original asking price, showing just how much the characteristics play into their desirability. Moreover, numismatic grading plays a significant role in the coin's value. Coins are often rated on a scale from 1 to 70, with 1 being the lowest grade, indicating substantial wear and damage, and 70 being perfect, exhibiting no signs of wear whatsoever. A majority of the 2013 1-cent coins might receive mid-range grades, but anomalies in this particular batch might allow some to reach the top tier, further amplifying their monetary worth. Beyond mere dollars and cents, this story highlights the fascinating world of coin collecting filled with eccentrics, enthusiasts, and history buffs willing to pay top dollar for seemingly ordinary objects that possess extraordinary stories and attributes. The 2013 penny saga reminds us that value can be subjective and multifaceted, largely depending on rarity, desirability, and the stories behind each coin. The sheer idea that a single cent could be intricately tied to historical events, production mishaps, and the relentless pursuit of the extraordinary adds layers to what might often be dismissed as mere change. While many of us overlook pennies in our day-to-day lives, casually tossing them into jars or leaving them behind in kiosks, the minority willing to explore the hidden treasures can uncover the astonishing world beneath the surface. The tale of the 2013 1-cent bent and broken reality reminds us all to take a moment, cherish the little things, and recognize that even the most negligible items might have unique, breathtaking stories waiting to be uncovered. As we wrap up our exploration of this remarkable numismatic anomaly, we hope that you have gained a deeper understanding of how mistakes, errors, and unforeseen circumstances can lead to incredible opportunities. The remarkable journey of the 2013 1-cent coin encapsulates the essence of collecting, illustrating a rich tapestry woven with human history, craftsmanship, and the ever-persistent quest for uniqueness in a world often characterized by uniformity. So, next time you come across a humble penny, take a moment to reflect on its potential. Who knows what hidden value might lie within an unassuming piece of currency? Always remember that the stories waiting to be told, adventures waiting to be embarked upon, and mysteries waiting to be solved can often reside in the most unexpected places, encouraging us all to keep our eyes open for the extraordinary within the ordinary. Thank you for joining us today as we embarked on this journey through the world of coins, the thrilling mistakes that led to immense value, and how history interconnects with the artifacts we often overlook. If you're as captivated by the world of coin collecting and the stories wrapped around these seemingly mundane pieces as we are, make sure to subscribe for more content that dives into the fascinating and eclectic history behind our everyday artifacts. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and keep appreciating the uncommon treasures hidden in plain sight. Next, 2019 1-cent USA coin. Today we have an intriguing story that will take you into the fascinating world of numismatics, as we explore the incredible saga of the 2019 1-cent coin, which has earned the remarkable and staggering value of $533 million, turning heads and sparking excitement among collectors and enthusiasts. What could possibly make a single 1-cent coin worth so much, you might ask? The answer lies in a series of astonishing errors and mistakes during the minting process, turning an ordinary piece of currency into an extraordinary collectible that has left experts and collectors alike in awe. The 2019 penny began its life in the Denver Mint, where it was supposed to be produced with meticulous precision, adhering to the strict standards upheld by the United States Mint. However, as with many such stories, things did not go as planned. In the frenzy of coin production, amidst the usual pressures of meeting quotas and maintaining production schedules, several batches of these 1-cent coins slipped through the cracks with significant minting errors that would later elevate their worth far beyond their intended purpose. The first major error identified in this specific batch of 2019 pennies was the infamous double die variety, a striking anomaly that occurs when a coin is stamped with an image that has been misaligned multiple times in the manufacturing process. This particular error resulted in the distinct appearance of certain elements of the coin being distorted, with lines and features appearing doubled or offset. Collectors and numismatists have long coveted double die coins for their rarity and uniqueness, as they represent a fascinating quirk in the minting process itself. The 2019 1-cent coin featured a particularly striking double die impression that quickly caught the eye of sharp-eyed collectors and dealers, setting off a ripple effect that rapidly increased its desirability and value. Furthermore, even among the double die variants present within this year's coins, the quality and clarity of the error varied significantly, with some coins showcasing more pronounced features than others, leading to a range in value that further piqued the interest of collectors looking to secure a piece of this extraordinary minting history. Another factor contributing to the exorbitant value of the 2019 1-cent coin was its peculiar composition. Based on fluctuating metal prices and changing regulations, the composition of pennies has altered over the years. By 2019, the standard alloy of pennies was primarily composed of zinc, with a thin copper coating. However, a small number of coins from this batch reportedly entered circulation that contained variations in the alloy composition, resulting in coins with distinctive metallic characteristics that make them stand out. Differences in weight, color, and durability can fundamentally alter the value of a coin, and in the case of the 2019 penny, specific coins within this batch exhibited rare properties that only deepened their appeal to the collecting community. Knowing these characteristics can allow collectors to appreciate the differences that make these pennies so sought after, fueling a budding market where individual coins are valued based on their unique traits. In addition to the striking errors in design and composition, there were also incidents where major misprints were observed on these 2019 pennies, including anomalies in the lettering and additional markings that appeared in unusual places. Misprints have historically garnered high premiums, and the 2019 D pennies were no exception. Collectors and dealers began combing through coin rolls and bags, on the lookout for the elusive error coins that promised high returns on investment. Some instances included changes in the Lincoln Memorial design, with certain coins displaying outright alterations that were not meant to be present, adding to the alluring mystique surrounding this spectacular batch. The rise in awareness of such errors contributed to a burgeoning market and frenzy among enthusiasts, pushing values of these unique coins to significant heights, with some examples selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars, far exceeding any expectation for a 1-cent piece. Additionally, it's essential to consider the authenticity and grading of these 2019 D pennies when exploring their selling power. As the numismatic community matured in recent years, the importance of certification and grading to ascertain a coin's value became increasingly prevalent. Professional grading services began to play critical roles in determining the condition of coins, employing rigorous standards to assess wear, preservation, and details that further enhance a coin's standing in the marketplace. Coins that were graded exceptionally well, such as those that received high marks for quality and error recognition, were often subjected to fierce bidding wars among collectors eager to add such remarkable pieces to their collections. The allure of these 2019 D coins has sparked significant interest and engagement among a new generation of budding collectors determined to capture a piece of history that seemingly flipped the expectations of what a 1-cent coin could represent. Social media platforms and online marketplaces fueled this newfound fascination, leading collectors to share their findings and experiences with this extraordinary coin, resulting in widespread awareness and demand for the 2019 D penny with its myriad of compelling errors. To further understand the value attributed to such coins, it's essential to address the concept of rarity. Within the collectible coin community, rarity drives up demand exponentially, contributing to inflated prices driven by avid collectors. Coins with significant production mistakes or particular characteristics that set them apart from their contemporaries are typically sought after by discerning collectors, resulting in a perception of scarcity that inflates prices. Since only a limited number of these specifically flawed 2019 D 1-cent coins made it into circulation, the existing supply could not possibly meet the heightened demand, leading to an environment ripe for unprecedented valuations in the market. With each discovery of an error coin, the excitement in the numismatic universe intensified, showcasing the resounding impact that simple mistakes in production could have on the financial worth and historical significance of a coin that was, at the outset, intended to be a mere denomination providing basic transaction utility. As these coins exchanged hands among collectors, their narratives grew richer and more complex. Each coin had a story, how it came to be, who found it, and the determining factors that ultimately elevated its value beyond all expectations. This merging of commerce, history, and personal narrative has become an integral part of the allure surrounding collectible coins, especially those like the 2019 D 1-cent penny, with its myriad of errors, misprints, and defining characteristics that capture the imagination of so many. In conclusion, the astonishing saga of the 2019 D 1-cent coin, valued at a remarkable $533 million, serves as a fascinating illustration of how errors and mistakes, once seen as imperfections, can morph into items of immense worth. The journey of the 2019 D pennies highlights the intricacies of numismatic collecting, showcasing how something as simple as a single cent can take on a life of its own in the world of collectibles. It reminds us of the power of rarity, storytelling, and the human desire to seek out the uncommon, transforming ordinary artifacts into extraordinary treasures through the intersection of chance, history, and community. As you continue your adventures in coin collecting or simply enjoy the thrill of the hunt, always keep in mind that behind every coin lies a wealth of stories begging to be discovered. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the captivating world of the 2019 D 1-cent coin. We hope you found this story as fascinating and inspiring as we do. If you would like more content highlighting the exciting tales of unique coins and their remarkable journeys, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out on any of our upcoming explorations into the thrilling realm of collectible currency. Until next time, keep your curiosity alive, treasure the stories behind the things you possess, and remember that the humble penny may just be the starting point for uncovering hidden value and history that transcends the ordinary. Next, 1991 1-cent USA coin. Today, we have an astonishing story that showcases just how remarkable the world of coin collecting can be, particularly when it comes to a seemingly ordinary 1-cent coin from 1991 that has skyrocketed in value to an eye-popping $238 million due to a series of errors and mistakes made during the minting process. You might wonder how a single penny can command such a staggering price. As we explore this incredible tale, we'll uncover the fascinating details behind the anomalies that transformed this humble coin into an object of immense worth and desire among avid collectors. The journey begins at the United States Mint, a place known for its strict adherence to quality and precision in coin production, where thousands of coins are manufactured each day. However, as with any high-intensity manufacturing process, the risk of errors can creep into the picture. In 1991, during a period of increased production and a push for efficiency, an unusual batch of 1-cent coins emerged, exhibiting a range of notable mistakes that would later capture the attention of numismatists worldwide. One of the most significant errors associated with the 1991 1-cent coin is the well-known die clash error. A die clash occurs when two coin dies accidentally make contact without coin material between them, resulting in an imprint of the design from one die being transferred onto the opposite die. This frighteningly rare occurrence can lead to some weird and captivating designs, and the 1991 issue contained instances of this error that were so pronounced, they immediately set these coins apart from their more pristine counterparts. The presence of unusual images, features, and details on these coins, which should not have been there based on their intended design, created an unprecedented collecting opportunity. Collectors were fuming about their discoveries. The uniqueness of each piece opened up a brand new market for those who could secure one of these unusual coins. Apart from the die clashes, another significant error involved improper alloy mixture during the production of the 1991 pennies. Although pennies from that period are predominantly composed of zinc and coated with a thin layer of copper, a small number of them were inadvertently minted using an incorrect metal combination, leading to some striking differences in weight and appearance. These unconventional mixes not only made these coins stand out visually, but they also brought with them unique characteristics that could alter their value even more, depending on how the market responded. The presence of such non-standard compositions piqued curiosity and interest amongst collectors, who found themselves immersed in the thrill of the hunt. This rapidly triggered heightened demand as enthusiasts sought out these strangely constructed coins. Beyond the misaligned and unorthodox designs, the 1991 1-cent coins also bore the brunt of notable misstrikes. A misstrike occurs when a coin is not correctly aligned during the minting process, leading to a poorly executed image or text on the coin. The 1991 pennies exhibited several instances of misstrikes, which resulted in bewildering variations that attracted avid attention from collectors and dealers alike. These misstruck coins bore inconsistencies in lettering, design features, and the overall clarity of the images that were intended to represent our beloved Abraham Lincoln. As word spread about these peculiarities, the market began to respond, and creativity thrived among collectors trying to find coins with the most outstanding misstrikes. Such excitement and competition turned the marketplace into a frenzy, with individuals ready to spend considerable sums of money to add this extraordinary piece of history to their own collections. Another fascinating aspect of the 1991 penny saga lies in the stories attached to individual coins, which became known as error coins. Each coin that exhibited these significant minting errors became a tale unto itself, with enthusiasts cataloging their findings, sharing their discoveries on various platforms, and sparking lively discussions about the unique characteristics of each piece. The world of numismatics is heavily influenced by narratives, and the 1991 1-cent coins became prime examples of how an error could transform something mundane into a desirable treasure. As collectors sought to uncover the backstory of these coins, friendships and community bonds flourished, creating a passionate group of enthusiasts who were eager to get their hands on the elusive error coins while sharing their knowledge and enthusiasm. The allure surrounding the 1991 1-cent coins was magnified by the limited supply of these specific errors, underscoring the importance of rarity in the realm of coin collecting. As collectors became savvier, they began to recognize the potential worth behind such anomalies, fueling a chase for any 1991 penny that appeared to have the minting errors, including the die clashes, odd compositions, and misstrikes. As a result, prices began to soar, with certain coins being traded for exorbitant sums as collectors vied for a slice of numismatic gold. The essential understanding that each penny had a limited existence in circulation made the anxiety surrounding the rarity even more palpable. The desire to find a perfect specimen became an obsession for many within the community. Moreover, the relationship between error coins and investment potential cannot be understated. As these coins garnered attention, collectors as well as investors recognized the financial opportunity that came along with them. People began to buy, sell, and trade these rare coins in a climate rich with the potential for profit. Many adherents to the craft began to view coin collecting as not only a hobby but a serious investment strategy, with the 1991 1-cent coins offering potentially high returns on investment for those astute enough to spot a good opportunity. They began to seek out these coins not just for their historical importance but for their potential to appreciate in value, and news reports started to circulate about astounding auction prices that certain coins fetched, further driving the excitement and demand for these prized collectibles. The phenomenon surrounding the 1991 1-cent coin gave way to an increased sense of confidence among collectors willing to pay top dollar for the chance to secure a remarkable piece of history. The fact that such coins entered circulation meant that they were no longer merely a fantasy, they were real, tangible pieces of currency that could be held, studied, and valued. There exists an intricate psychology behind both collecting and investing that shapes human behavior and can explain why people are drawn to rare error coins like these. When something is labeled as rare, it gains an added layer of excitement and desirability, driven by a hunter mentality that compels individuals to seek out such treasures. In the case of the 1991 1-cent coin errors, the allure of the hunt and the possibility of uncovering immense value from such a modest piece of currency ignited a spark for countless collectors. As we dig deeper into the broader implications of this phenomenon, we can see how the 1991 1-cent coin has become a microcosm for the entire coin collecting industry. It speaks to the intersections of value, rarity, history, and human emotion in establishing a sophisticated marketplace where unique collectibles can command astounding prices, often well beyond their initial intent. In some ways, this phenomenon reflects our deeper human instincts about the quest for meaning and understanding in a world characterized by constant change. The stories behind the 1991 errors might feel like relics of the past, however, they remain fresh and exciting as new generations of collectors encounter them, each enthusiastic about uncovering the inherent value. To truly comprehend why the 1991 1-cent coin has gained such a notable status, we should also consider the impact of digital platforms that facilitate the trading and showcasing of rare coins. Online forums, social media, and dedicated platforms for collectors have forged vibrant communities where individuals can come together to share their passions, insights, and discoveries. The spread of information through these channels elevates the conversation around the 1991 1-cent coin, leading to increased awareness of its significance, demand, and ever-growing value. Many collectors now utilize these platforms not only for purchasing and trading coins but also to engage with like-minded individuals, cultivating a shared appreciation of the beautiful stories woven into the fabric of currency. All of this makes the narrative around the 1991 1-cent penny far richer than a simple focus on errors. It becomes a tapestry of human experience, collective pursuit, and the fusion of history, finance, and art. The bond among various collectors, traders, and enthusiasts serves to enhance the overall experience, making each interaction about the 1991 penny a celebration of both individual and community achievements. Furthermore, the evolution of grading systems adds another layer of complexity to the valuation of error coins. Collectors value coins based on their condition, authenticity, and the nuances of the errors present. Coins that achieve high grades from reputable grading services often see their values leap, as collectors strive to acquire top-notch specimens. The coin's condition can significantly impact its marketability, and with the competitive nature of the numismatic community, 1991 pennies featuring noteworthy errors can fetch staggering prices, elevating their desirability even further. In light of these developments, the rising prices of coins like the 1991 1-cent penny might even suggest the creation of a speculative market. Last 2001 D1-cent USA coin. Today, we have an incredible story to share with you all, a captivating tale that reveals the astonishing journey of the 2001 D1-cent coin, which has taken the numismatic world by storm and garnered a shocking valuation of $248 million due to a series of intriguing errors and mistakes made during its minting. This humble coin, often dismissed as just another piece of change, has transformed into a highly sought-after collector's item that has reignited the passion for rare coins among enthusiasts and investors alike. So, how exactly did a simple penny achieve such remarkable worth? Let's dive deep into the fascinating story of the 2001 D penny and uncover the elements that contributed to its extraordinary valuation. The narrative begins at the Denver Mint, where these 1-cent coins were produced in 2001. It was a year marked by the ongoing changes in coin design, as the United States Mint continually adapted and updated its approaches to currency production. The 2001 D penny was no exception, as it featured the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. However, amidst the usual pressures of mass production, unexpected errors crept in, leading to several notable defects that would eventually define the desirability and worth of this particular coin. Among the most significant errors associated with the 2001 D penny is the clash die variety. This phenomenon occurs when two dies used in the minting process accidentally strike each other without any coin material in between, leading to the transfer of design features from one die to the other. As a result, coins produced from these clashed dies carry distinct characteristics, unusual markings and impressions often not intended to appear on the final product. In the case of the 2001 D penny, several examples containing pronounced die clash errors surfaced, displaying captivating and peculiar design elements that sharp-eyed collectors could not resist. Collectors often search feverishly for such errors, as they signify something unique, a deviation from the standard mass-produced coins, and can often lead to exorbitant valuations in the collector's market, elevating the coin's appeal. Furthermore, the scarcity of these clashed die coins contributed significantly to their increased value. Errors like these are relatively rare within the broader scope of coin production, so when a batch emerges that showcases such error types, collectors tend to flock toward them, recognizing the investment potential inherent within. As collectors and dealers sought after the charmingly flawed 2001 D pennies, prices escalated wildly as they bid against one another, fostering a heated environment brimming with excitement and intrigue. Alongside the alluring clash die errors, the 2001 D penny also featured several instances of striking inconsistencies. These misstrikes can occur when the planchets, thin discs of metal that are blank coins ready to be struck, are incorrectly aligned or when the striking process itself is executed incorrectly. This resulted in some coins displaying uneven edges, unclear images, and even overlapping designs that added to their uniqueness. Like the clash die coins, these misstrikes created an atmosphere filled with fervor among collectors, who eagerly scoured coin rolls, bags, and collections in search of the elusive faulty pennies. As the market for 2001 D pennies with these misstrikes blossomed, the rarity and excitement surrounding these unique features amplified their worth and desirability. Another compelling facet of the 2001 D 1-cent coin story is its composite material alterations. By 2001, the standard composition of pennies consisted primarily of zinc, with a thin copper plating. However, a small percentage of 2001 D coins were inadvertently produced with variations in these materials, leading to some intriguing coins noted for their different weights and properties. Such discrepancies can significantly affect a coin's market value, as collectors and investors tend to gravitate toward coins that exhibit non-standard features, especially when the discrepancies result from minting errors. As the word spread about these peculiar alloys and the distinctive characteristics of the coins, a growing community of collectors displayed keen interest in securing these unique pieces that bore the hallmarks of the unforeseen accidents inherent in the minting process. Moreover, the stories that coalesce around individual 2001 D pennies, complete with error types, purchase histories, and the circumstances surrounding their discovery, add further depth and allure to the overall collecting experience. Niche forums and social media platforms created spaces for enthusiasts to share their finds, fostering camaraderie and engagement among community members. As these individuals swapped tips and recounted their thrilling encounters with the elusive error coins, excitement about the 2001 D penny grew, creating a sense of urgency and motivation to add the remarkable pieces to private collections. Additionally, the narratives surrounding specific errors helped these coins transcend their basic function as currency, breathing life into every coin and establishing a rich tapestry of history that resonated with those seeking both investment opportunities and connections with fellow enthusiasts. Each 2001 D penny brought forth a unique story that bound collectors together as they delved into the past, inspiring others to appreciate the intricacies of coin collecting while simultaneously elevating the coin's status in the marketplace. As we continue exploring this engaging tale, it's essential to recognize how the principles of rarity and desirability intertwine to elevate the valuation of coins such as the 2001 D penny. In the world of numismatics, the law of supply and demand dictates that limited quantities of unique error coins will invariably lead to increased interest and inflated prices. In this case, the scarcity of the 2001 D 1-cent coins exhibiting errors sets the stage for collectors to compete fiercely for such specimens, driving prices up to remarkable levels. As collectors vie for these rare finds, word of their existence and desirability circles back to the wider numismatic community, drawing even more attention to the coins and resulting in a perpetuating cycle of excitement that propels values upward. Alongside these market dynamics, the role of professional grading services in assessing and authenticating coins cannot be overstated. In the high-stakes world of rare coin collecting, grading offers clarity and assurance that allows collectors to make informed decisions when purchasing or selling coins. Coins graded by reputable services are more likely to command higher prices, as collectors place tremendous value on the reputation and assessment of the grading agency. In the case of the 2001 D penny, coins exhibiting notable errors, particularly those that have received high grades, have become coveted treasures, with prices reflecting their exceptional condition and underlying characteristics. As collectors vie for these error coins in the marketplace, the principles of grading and authentication serve to refine the collecting experience, empowering individuals to make sound investments while also fostering a greater appreciation for the beauty found in their collections. Furthermore, the digital transformation of the marketplace has effectively reshaped the coin collecting landscape, with online platforms allowing collectors and investors to connect with one another on a global scale. The rapid exchanges of information, images, and transaction details have propelled interest in coins like the 2001 D 1-cent piece, creating an interactive environment where stories are shared, finds are celebrated, and prices are negotiated. Social media platforms and dedicated websites have become hubs for information and analysis of important coins, leading to increased awareness and excitement around coins of interest. This online presence has facilitated the rapid dissemination of updates about market trends, valuable error coins, and opportunities to secure rare finds, ensuring that collectors remain engaged and informed about the latest developments in the world of numismatics. As we consider the remarkable rise of the 2001 D 1-cent coin, it becomes clear that its journey embodies much of what makes coin collecting an engaging and rewarding pursuit. The convergence of rarity, error characteristics, compelling narratives, and accessibility through digital avenues combine to create an atmosphere that encourages exploration and camaraderie among enthusiasts. Collectors may not only find excitement in the hunt for these extraordinary coins but also develop lasting friendships and connections as they share their passions and discoveries, enriching the collecting experience in countless ways. Ultimately, the value of the 2001 D penny, with its astounding $248 million valuation, serves as a powerful reminder of the potential hidden within seemingly mundane objects. This incredible tale illustrates that beneath the surface of every penny lies a world of stories waiting to be uncovered, beckoning to those who are curious enough to investigate. As we conclude our deep dive into the enthralling story of the 2001 D 1-cent coin, let us take a moment to appreciate the array of possibilities that exist within the realm of collectible coins. The journey of the 2001 D penny exemplifies how a series of mistakes, altered designs, and unforeseen circumstances can combine to create a thrilling narrative filled with surprises, intrigue, and genuine value. We invite you to remain open to the unexpected when you encounter coins, for buried treasures are often found in the most unassuming places. Thank you for joining us.